Why is America negotiating to free Brittney Griner if what she did was illegal? Because she's largely a political pawn. Sure, what she did is illegal. But under other circumstances they likely would have just deported her and banned future entry. The timing of this makes it clear that at least 90% of it politically motivated. It's pretty obvious. Because politics. She's a semi-famous American athlete and it is currently politically beneficial for US politicians to appear opposed to Russia. If she was a nobody and Russia wasn't the enemy of the day, this wouldn't even be a story. If we do a prisoner swap, marijuana needs to be federally legalized and thousands of people need to be released. Yes, her punishment is harsh, but you also don't go into a hostile environment with an illegal drug during hostile times. I am seeing a lot of wrong answers here. Brittney Griner did break the law in Russia. She is gaining a lot of attention because she is famous. However, she was arrested, charged, tried, convicted, and sentenced to 9 years because she is famous, lesbian, and American. And they want to use her to secure a prisoner swap. They found less than a gram of hash on her, but charged her with smuggling. Normally, that amount would be a small fine and 15 days in jail. They are treating her differently, so we are intervening. Asking my own stupid question. Are there people locked up for a length of time because they have personal use amount of pot? Certainly I understand that there are people in jail over marijuana. But are those people with a joint? Or vape cartridges? Or who were dealing? Not that I think people should be locked up for pot. But there is a difference between having a joint and having a pound. The government does stuff like this plenty. A few years ago a teenager went to North Korea and stole something as a keepsake. Like a hotel notepad or something stupid like that. And the US government tried to get him returned. Unfortunately, he had lethal amounts of brain damage when he came back and died shortly after. Another way to look at it is that the imprisonment of an American national can be a political act. In the other direction as well. Have any idea how many musicians go through customs all of the time without their drug stash being found, officially? Honestly, with the political climate at the moment, I'm still surprised that people are even going to Russia in the first place. Because we're in Cold War II. Electric Boogaloo. Punishment doesn't match the act. Russia is using her as a negotiating piece to get people back. They know the American public won't readily accept our leaders just leaving behind a WNBA player. So they've effectively put societal pressure onto the US government to play ball. It's dirty pool. And it's all being done over the amount of weed that would give you a head buzz for 3 minutes. Tops. She just doesn't deserve to be the middle of all this. Even if she did do something stupid. She is being used as a bargaining chip. A Russian would get a few days in jail or a fine for what she did, while Russia applied the toughest punishment possible. Defend her. Soft on crime. It was her choice. Don't defend her. Leaving Americans to die in Russian prisons. Treason. Trumping up charges for political reasons is not at all out of the question for Russia. She admitted guilt. She was going to be found guilty regardless. But she would not have been eligible for a prisoner swap without admitting guilt. So they really don't even know for sure that she was actually guilty. It was 0.7 of a gram of oil. It is because she is American. The long jail sentence is to frighten her. There will likely be a swap. Because she was jailed to send a message to who she was friends with in Russia. Her team is owned by oligarch Iskander Makhmudov, one of the oligarchs that met with Putin on the day he invaded Ukraine. It doesn't help that she is openly married to a woman either with Putin's stance on homosexuality. The woman is a pawn in a political game. The drugs are neither here nor there. They would have found another reason to arrest her. Politics for sure, but also virtue signaling. Everyone buying her story and acting like she's some grand victim is way over the top. Is she getting way more time than deserved for some weed? Sure. Did she try to bring weed into another country knowing the rules of that country? Yup. Sorry, breaking rules have consequences. And the whole narrative of, she had to go play in Russia to supplement her income is insulting to everyday Americans that break our backs at real jobs. She makes $200 grand a year to play 36 basketball games and earned $1 million from Nike. While pro athlete careers are quick and she won't be earning $200K for the rest of her life, this is a new time for athletes and they have more opportunities than ever before to make a lot of money post playing career. She chose to go to make more money. She chose to make a poor decision. And now America is giving up political capital to free her. She's an American citizen being held for political reasons by a tyrannical nation. 1. She definitely could have been framed by Russia. I would accept her guilt or level of guilt. 2. No. People in the US do not face this level of punishment for a crime like this with her lack of criminal history. This is not to say that US drug can't be draconian. Just not nearly this bad. It's because the world is unfairly advantageous to people who have money, fame or influence. They obviously won't prosecute her here in the US if a swap occurs. America always tries to get their citizens back home. The hiker that went into Iran. When people travel to North Korea. And so on. Black, woman, and a lesbian. She hits all the check marks.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Eracast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.